Time to go head-to-head with Hades. Or giant spaghetti cloud monster versus master override Mika. Look, we're finishing up the game here. The game is just about at its end. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of places to go left. I mean, we've
At least DLC country.
gotten to the Spire. We've gone to every corner of the Sundom. So
Is that actually what this place is called?
I mean, it's in the dialogue.
Oh, wait,
area.
that's what he said.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I guess you can tell exactly how much I usually pay attention to the dialogue in this game. But yes. I've seen everything. I got all the tall necks. I beat all the corruption zones. Didn't really do a whole lot of the side quests, but you already know all that.
Yep. So what do you think about this game? It's a good, let's have some reflection. Maybe get a rating out of 10, let's say. I mean, there's other ways.
Oh, yeah, the traditional thing that we do with every one of the games.
Of course, yeah. We always have kind of, it's always like this 20-minute section where we explain what we think of the game. We rate.
Oh, yeah, usually it goes over the credits, which I always include in each one of the videos. But I don't know. I mean, it's like 10-point ratings. I mean, obviously, I can't give it a 10 because that's the mythical one that means that it's perfect. Even though we still put it on the rating board anyway.
I like to rate things out of 9 because that way you get that nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 structure. Like that just it's an odd number. It's divisible into tranches. So what do you?
Yeah, that's true, but like also like come on. Are you you really why would you even include it then? I don't know. I've actually given a lot of thought to if I really thought that maybe for like a sub goal or something like that I would want to do some sort of big like tier list of every one of the games that I've ever played on the channel. And I did think of it as being like 3 different sections to put stuff into. So like, okay, so there's 3 areas: good, bad, mediocre. And then it's like 1, 2, 3. If you give it a 3, that's like it's a bad game, but there's some redeeming qualities
so just to be
about
clear,
it.
you're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 10 would be like I 100% recommend it to anybody ever. I love this game. It's my favorite.
Yeah,
that's like your dead cells.
It's a canonization kind of thing. Like, okay, this is one of the games. This is Ocarina of Time. Everyone should play this game at some point. And
yeah, but then it's just like instead of the traditional way of rating video games 7, 8, 9, 10, and then anything else is the abyss.
Yeah.
It's just like if you get a 7, that's like, oh, this is a good game, but like it's got some problems, or like I recognize its quality, but I don't really think that it's like tippy top tier sort of thing.
It didn't connect.
But I would
with
still
you.
consider it a good game. It goes into the good game bucket.
Yeah.
And then like Persona 5, be a 10 out of 10. That's right, everybody.
The lowest
Declaring it right here.
7 would be like the lowest tranche of the good bucket, so to speak.
Yeah. I don't know why I've given so much thought to this. I just thought I've watched so many other people do like a bunch of tier lists, and even like tier lists of games they played and everything like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it would be fun to like really, as you said before, canonize exactly what I thought of games individually.
And I mean, you kind of do, if you really wanted to go hardcore into it, there are a number of rating systems out there. I'm kind of looking at the Wikipedia page. You can kind of go with the LO system, or the ELO, the Electric Light Orchestra system.
The Electric Light Orchestra system?
Yeah, where you play different Electric Light Orchestra songs consecutively, and you say, this is hot, this is not, this is a Facebook.
Once again, another comparison to Ghost of Tsushima. It's just like the video or like TikTok or something of Jin Sakai getting tossed around in tune to Mr. Blue Sky was just the only thing I ever knew about that game until I played it. This game does not quite have that sort of like mechanics to make that work though, which is unfortunate because I love Mr. Blue Sky.
Yeah, it's great because it's kind of like, it's one of those songs that's like, it's an awesome song. It's maybe a little bit too long, but who cares? And it's just radio friendly kind of song. And it's just like, it's kind of enjoyed this second life as a meme, where it's just like, you play that song. I've seen a lot of memes that kind of use that.
It's got good. It's got a good beat, basically.
Yes.
It's same thing with like Daft Punk's Robot Rock. I would put that the same way.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, okay, so how fast is the beats per minute, or like how you want to do the montage? What timing do you have for each one of your clips? If it's very fast, you want to go Mr. Blue Sky. If it's slower, you want to go Robot Rock. If it's very slow, you would want to probably go, I don't know, Kid for Today by Boards of Canada.
Well, the thing is, like, what I like about Mr. Blue Sky specifically is that it's got this good beat, it's got a good montage, you know, but then it's also got this upbeat, you know, smiley. I mean, the whole song is about somebody discovering, you know, after they had lived in darkness their entire life, you know what? They're gonna actually go outside. They're gonna live life to the fullest now, and it really conveys that just with the beat. And then the lyrics, they're like, nice on top of that.
Yeah, it's a very poppy song.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm saying is that it's the same sort of opinion that I have on like AC/DC, where they are unabashedly just, you know, party rock, and I love that.
yeah. It's kind of weird because, like, you know, the guy who does the main musician in Yellow, Jeff Lynne, was also he's such a poppy, like, you know, it's such a poppy kind of band, such a radio friendly band, but at the same time,
the Electric Light Orchestra.
Yeah, but
the
like
name alone says everything.
Yeah, but it's like at the same time, like, he was in the Traveling Wilburys. He produced Tom Petty. I think he also produced, like,
Really?
He's a great producer, yeah, and like just multi-instrumentalist and stuff. Great vocalist. I mean, ELO is great vocals and stuff. And he's just like, he's like, you know, done everything you can do, but he's also kind of got this pop career. A little bit like George Harrison.
It's always surprising that it's just like, you know, you just think like, really radio-friendly poppy songs. It's like some of those people are extraordinarily talented outside of that.
Yes.
Because usually it's like, I don't know, you just kind of are like, you know what, a one-hit wonder sort of band, and it's like, then you find out that they have like their fingers in everything in the music industry.
Yeah, you're thinking of Squeeze, who did the band that did Tempted.
Really?
Huh. I think they're.
Well, anyway, we killed Helis. Mm-hmm. Melee only. 100% compassion run.
Or like even Chumbawamba had a really.
That was really easy to do.
Yeah. Oh, that was a boss fight? You killed Helis?
Oh, yeah, I did a melee only as well.
Okay.
Despite the fact that the entire time Aloy was like, I can't get in range of him.
What is the Glico rating system? I've never heard of that.
What?
It's called the Glico system. Apparently it's used in Pokemon Showdown. It's just...
Also, we never actually explained what the hell the ELO system was supposed to be.
Oh, that's when you put ELO songs next to each other and then decide which one you like better.
There's no way that's what it is. You know, explain it right.
Well, it actually is kind of what that is. It's like, it's more like you assign each ELO song a rating, and then you have them.
I don't believe you.
Have them compete on a randomly selected part of your day, and you say that, okay, I like this one better than this one. Okay, well then.
I don't know if you're being serious. You're going so far into
I'm explaining it using ELO songs, which is stupid and meta bullshit.
Okay. Oh, thank fucking God, because I thought that I was like losing it or something.
But it is actually how you do that. It's just it's stupid, and it's also pronounced Elo, I believe. It's based on its creator, Arpad Elo, a Hungarian-American physics professor.
Well, I'm sorry. Sorry, Mr. Elo. we could not stop talking about the Electric Light Orchestra for 5 seconds to give you the credit that you deserve.
Yeah, okay, so it's like if chess players... there's different chess rating system. We can get into it later if we need to stretch this out, but no.
We are currently at about 10 minutes in.
Okay.
In case you're wondering.
It's more like, okay, so you have like... It's a way to compare players in like chess or something. So if somebody like...
Okay, yeah, now, okay, yeah, ELO, that's also used in like MOBA games. Now, okay, I'm remembering.
Yeah, it's
this is like an actual...
very similar to like...
Okay, I get it.
Similar to like MMR, yeah.
I totally... No, people actually call it ELO. I totally forgot about that.
It's MMR, except it only applies to Electric Light Orchestra songs.
You went so hard into that.
Gotta get to another platform.
Yeah.
I honestly could not tell.
Or it's kind of like a wine rating where it's out of 100, but you know, if you get an 87, that's not
Oh,
bad.
Jesus Christ. Let's talk about out of 100 ratings. Holy crap, people. What is a 7.75 compared to a 7.76?
Yeah.
At least the rating I have makes sense.
Yeah, no, we
Even
don't-
if you could just boil it down to a 3-point rating, really.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where the culture of, well, like this idea, it's implicitly smuggling in the idea that there's objectively good art. Like,
I mean, what, rating systems?
yeah, well, no, I mean, just the idea that, okay, well, 7.75 and 7.76, like, you can do this, like, two digits of significance. Like, no, fuck off. It's,
Oh, yeah, like that goes heavily into like lies, damn lies, and statistics sort of thing.
yeah, no, it's like 7.4 and 7.7 are the same. It doesn't matter.
I mean, maybe if I could see somebody like, you know, a 20-point scale, but you would have to be like reviewing literally everything.
Like, imagine simultaneously watching so many movies and having that subtle of standards that you'd be like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna watch this because it's a 7.4. My minimum is a 7.7.
I can't believe that there's a lot of people out there.
I can imagine that that's the case if it's like 9.0 versus 9.5 or something. Like, maybe. But it's like, on some level,
Sure.
it's like, come on. Like,
Yeah,
I
agree.
I like Breaking Bad as much as anyone else, but this idea that the newest show that came along is the greatest of all time, and every review is unanimous. Like, we have, like, the Prestige show that came out most recently is the best show of all time. That doesn't make any sense, you guys. It's stupid.
There is a lot. You know, that's actually a thing. Speaking of like tier lists again and everything again, I've watched people do like, you know, greatest game of all time sort of tier lists, and Ghost of Tsushima is on there.
Yeah.
It's on there, ready to be put into whatever tier you want it to be.
And to me, it's in
And
a...
it's like, okay, that's some clear recency bias.
Yeah, well, and for me, it's one of those, like, clearly, like, it just rewards games for, you know, checking off all the boxes, because, like, oh, you're going to say the greatest game of all time doesn't have 100 hours of story or something. It's like, well, maybe it does. Maybe the best game of all time is some Flash game bullshit that takes an hour, but it was really well written and it makes a point about society or something. Or, like...
Maybe it's Undertale.
Yeah, exactly.
It's, I think, what you wanted to say.
I guess Undertale would be, like, the single best example of that, other than, like, Tetris or something. You know?
Yeah, something like Tetris. You know what, Tetris, I think, probably the better one. It's just I wanted to go for the meme answer.
Yeah, no.
because I'm on the internet.
But it's like, even then, like, I don't like that because it's like, oh, well, Undertale checks off all the boxes. It's like, well, yeah, but that doesn't... If it checked off all the boxes but it wasn't good, then that would be a stupid answer for the greatest game of all time or something. You know, it's like, it's good because it's well written and humane and compassionate and stuff. And it has something to say, and it, you know, critiques the genre it's in, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't...
Horizon Zero Dawn, where we look at art as objectivity versus subjectivity.
Yeah. Like, well, that was what the Apoyo project was, I think.
I'm shooting things with a cannon, by the way.
Where you rate the different chicken wings and decide which one.
Now
is...
then, back to talking about art as objectivity versus subjectivity.
Yeah. And another thing.
This is kind of like a way too long section, by the way.
Oh,
But you do get to see the thing in the on the bottom of the screen where you get to see all of the little coals get sucked right up in the cannon, which I like.
yeah.
That amuses me a lot.
But what do you think about this game? Like, so we've been kind of talking about rating systems, and this game. Do you have any idea for that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's an entire thing. I've been talking about how it's like, yeah, this is a bad playthrough, and I got my own issues with the basic gameplay and everything like that. And it did come almost right after a very similar sort of open world game and all that sort of stuff. So it's really hard to say, you know, exactly. But at the same time, it's like we also haven't quite reached the end here. And I do think that the ending kind of gives its own little spin on what we're going to see for the rest of the game. Might change your opinion in some ways.
Yeah, no, and let's see, the Glico rating is sort of
What the hell is a Glico rating? We didn't actually talk about that.
It's just a complicated version of LO. It's like,
Oh, okay.
I like
What
that.
else? What other weird rating systems do we got that aren't based on like multiplayer
This
games?
is surprisingly, it is a pretty slim pickings here on this. A lot of them
Really?
a lot of them are just like censorship, like their content ratings.
Oh,
Wikipedia does not, yeah, like the rating system of the Royal Navy.
yeah?
Like it's just like it's a way of rating ships, and it's more of a classification.
Oh,
thing.
yeah. I mean, that's not really.
That's not the same
I
thing.
mean, yeah, that's like not quite. Like, are you a heavyweight or a super heavyweight? It's like, no, that's not the sort of rating we're talking about. Hey, I'm finally fighting one of these things.
Yeah, I gotta say, if I had to rate all the different rating systems on a scale of,
Yeah, give me your tier list for rating systems.
well, I would say D tier would be like content rating system, because, or you know, like,
Yeah, no question. It's just like I don't care if there's going to be adult situations in a movie or
yeah,
not.
or comic mischief.
Especially that. Well, actually, I do care a lot if there's going to be comic mischief in there.
Yeah,
But, you know.
ironically, no kids know about kids and adults.
Really.
Yeah, K and A, which was briefly the rating between E for everyone and T for T. And it really just was always like, okay, it's basically just a Mario type thing. It's just comic mischief.
Yeah, and that's like, let's be honest here. Mario, I would give to anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I guess like the difference would be if I can. I guess the difference would be like, you know, Mario, which I suppose does like step on chestnut characters versus, I don't know, like Katamari Damacy, which has no violence at all in any way.
Yeah, well, arguably...
Or Baba is you or something.
Arguably, those games are pretty violent if you're really thinking about what's happening. I say with Mario, it's like you're killing a lot of sentient beings. But, you know, it's not...
Are they dying?
That's true. That's not really established. I mean, because you're
They
not...
explode into stars.
I mean, and if you... and coins.
Well, actually, I suppose... Wait. There are games where you, like, dunk Bowser in lava and then he comes up as a skeleton.
Oh, that's pretty... That's actually pretty metal.
It is. Oh, yeah, I think it was New Super Mario Brothers where we got to see Kamek toss Bowser's, like, dead-ass bones into a cauldron.
Yeah.
And then cook them up into a living skeleton.
Uh-huh.
Which, just thinking about that right now is pretty wacky.
Yeah, there's this YouTuber, like, Jan Misili, who just made a case that, like, there's this Mario Game & Watch, Mario and Luigi Game & Watch game. And he's like, this is actually about the exploitation under capitalism. And it's like, he made a...
That was the one where you jump across the turtles?
Yeah, no, I think you, like, pass, like, cakes across, like, 2 screens of the Game & Watch thing. And you, like...
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay,
I think I know the one you're talking
you
about.
probably do. You know everything about video games.
I played a like.
Aloy.
Look, Game & Watch had like
Aloy.
a really good collection on the Game Boy.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
My own mother, you survived.
Also, I mained Game & Watch back in like Melee
Oh,
because I like the style.
yeah, just that randomness. I get it, yeah.
The machines
No, not even the randomness. It's just like he's just got good movements.
They
Yeah,
marched.
but I would say like the mid tier would be overly precise ratings that purport to rate things more accurately and, you know, smuggle in the idea of objectivity into something.
Right. Objectivity versus subjectivity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I don't think.
Top tier. So what? Top tier is just like your gut feeling sort of ratings.
Yeah. Well, just tier lists. You know, canon, like the top episodes, the episodes in a binge watching guide, that kind of thing.
What place in the tier list would you put tier lists?
Tier lists are pretty high. Those are S tier.
Okay. Wow. S tier.
Yeah, I just feel like because they've got so much potential to be like to act as commentary too. You could say, well, I remember a friend of mine on Twitter had like a list of all Kinks albums that he's doing a tier list of, and for Preservation Acts 1 and 2, he just had a tier that was below all the others, but it was Preservation Acts 1 and 2 tier.
I believe it. But also, boy, am I out of my depth on this one.
No, it's fine. It's just a good bit, and I mean, like that's why I like tier lists because they can say something funny about the the thing that you're
Yeah,
talking
they're very fluid. It's not a 10-point list where you have to say like one thing versus another,
Yeah.
and it's like it has to be this way.
kind of that whole thing where it's like that whole dispute over whether you can make any game a 10 out of 10. It's like because it's this unattainable ideal, and it's like who cares? Like really, like, and it's like the whole thing. It's like, oh, it's shocking if you gave a game lower than a 7. It's like, well, you can only do that so many times. It's like you've probably seen like creators where they give like, here's how many sins this cinema has.
Yeah.
Or I guess.
Hey, do you remember the first episode of Horizon?
I do not. No. Oh.
Actually, I think that was the second episode.
Ooh. What the hell? Or what the Hades?
Yeah, Hades is shooting out his evil rays, and it's activating all the robots, and they're going to be able to do the whole like biomass conversion thing again.
By the way, random aside, I love it when when like old people like who were in the military like are just like what in Hades, like they cuss. Like, what in Hades? What the heck?
Yo, I legitimately use the word damn a lot.
I don't even mean damn.
I don't know if you've noticed that.
I mean it like when people are just like, they don't want to say like, damn or goddamn, and they're just like, well, that's, cheese and crackers.
Okay, that's a bit excessive for me.
Yeah.
And I told you we were going to see this a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it looks like, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then it makes a bunch of rockets. They just made robots that did that. I told you that was like the magic aspect of the
Must
game.
have gotten through the defenses.
But I mean, here we are.
It's Vanguard.
So we're going back to
I
Nora.
have to get up there.
Oh God. He literally says go and stop Hades in all capital letters.
Oh, okay.
And then an exclamation point if you didn't get it. Because that's what we're doing right now. We are going to go stop, the hokey people from making hokey swears anymore.
Yeah.
Keep pushing. I knew this wouldn't be.
I don't know. It's like I was saying that like I thought damn was a very old-fashioned. Like who says the word damn anymore?
That's true, yeah. Like, it is weird to say
Sounds
that.
so quaint.
It does, yeah. Well, I'll be damned.
Like we do scatological swearing these days. We don't do heretical.
Yeah, that's right. Is it?
I want to make a return to that.
Yeah, just because it's because nothing is sacred anymore. We've killed. Yeah.
I know society. We're not doing Persona 5.
Yeah.
Well, you can see that.
Besides, we already did that in Persona 5.
No.
Hey, look, it's all our favorite characters
It's all
from
the
the
side quests.
that we did.
Yeah.
I have to face Hades.
You got it.
My fight.
I mean, I guess this is why I had to do it.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I guess.
The metal devil must fall.
I swear.
I'm sorry, we didn't have a third one.
This is a
So we
really.
get 2 people from the Nora quest.
This is a really simple thing, but like ever since we played Omicron, I can't like these procession scenes where you just have like a bunch of people like a raid like from previously in the game. That just feels very silly to me. Like just this.
They just stand there and they talk about all the cool stuff that happened while you were doing that terrible boss fight.
Yeah. I mean, even
That
like
just
I bet
absolutely bought.
I bet I can't even watch the Star Wars like the original Star Wars.
Oh yeah, that more or less happens at the end.
Honestly, like now that I'm thinking about it, it is so funny that they have like this procession and then it's just Chewbacca there.
Oh yeah, no, I think that goes without saying.
And then at the end of Return of the Jedi, it's like, yeah, wub nub.
Oh my
The Ewok
God,
theme.
Wub nub. Okay, by the way, apparently you are just supposed to, this was the true final boss.
Oh,
You are just supposed to jump over that.
okay. The wall is the
Oh
final
my
boss.
God, Yub Nub. Oh my God, Yub Nub. Oh my God, Yub Nub. Oh. he just ripped off a stormtrooper's head to play bongo with the helmet. Man. Those are supposed to be the new teddy bears, according to George Lucas.
Yeah. The Solar Federation has seized control. The Sundom. Bow down to the Sundom.
Yeah, by the way, it's the final boss, which is another Deathbringer robot. But this one is corrupted.
I gotta say,
Yo, this with the way that I play the game, took a really long time to fight.
now I'm gonna ask, do they have more health, or are they really different? Like,
Oh boy, does it have more health.
okay.
Like, oh Jesus
Oh, and you gotta
Christ, it
time
has so much more health.
You got a time limit too. That's actually, it's
And you do in fact have a time limit
like
as well.
that seems almost excessive, like 12 minutes for, but that actually might not be. That is a lot of.
Well, we'll see because we're doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I cannot just go run over to Hades, even though it's just sitting right there. Like, we have a ton of other people there to distract. I mean, I guess Hades is probably controlling this thing manually, more or less, while it's also sending. By the way, it already sent out the signal. Like, I know that, yeah, we're just gonna stop it, but it just feels weird that, yo, the machines are already back up and using their magic gas to absorb organic matter. That's how it works. We literally just saw it. Anyway, oh god, I also shouldn't have used so many healing items prior to this point. That was a mistake. That's okay. Because no, it's really not okay. But I did it anyway. Don't worry. No, none of this is okay. Let's make that clear.
So this is, how many chances did you need to do this? Is it just the one?
Oh, no. Yeah, the one.
I did not mean that to be like a slight, but yeah, no.
Oh man, I don't remember exactly how long this took. It was probably on the order of like 40 minutes or so.
Ooh, okay. So a few tries, yeah.
Quite a few tries, in fact. Yeah, I'm remembering the fact that you can go into slow motion here as well. But yeah, once again, it's just like, hey, all the bosses in the game pretty much are Deathbringers, aren't they? All the way up to the final boss.
Which is, I guess it's not like a problem in terms of difficulty, because it does apparently keep scaling and in an interesting
Absolutely.
way. But
But like at the same time, it is
like
a lot of the same thing.
You'd want, like, so does it have any other features because it's corrupted, or is it just like more?
Not really. I mean, occasionally you'll see like Hades throw out a big and there I died. Throw out like a big ring or something from the tower, which calls in more enemies. But yeah, this is the bit from the fight now. So it saved me taking off about a fourth of the health. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, when I say it's just like, yeah, it didn't take me one try. That's because yeah, they knew how long this fight was gonna be. Which I guess is good. I mean, that does mean that, basically, if I can get down to whatever threshold for health is required, then that means that if I die, I get a full refill. I think also the healing plants on the ground come back up, but still.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you see like the big ring shot out there. That means that enemies are being spawned in. Which is, I mean, the thing is, the other characters are in fact fighting with you here. And they will largely take out the secondary creatures that get summoned in, but not entirely. Just largely.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, did you find this was? I mean, obviously it's sufficiently challenging, but did you find that it was an interesting challenge?
I was mostly just getting frustrated.
Okay.
I'll be real with you here. Hey, there's benefits to doing this post-commentary. Let's just say that right now.
Yeah.
Because instead of me being whiny, you get me being whiny in a different way.
Uh-huh.
Which is how it goes. Look, that's just how it is. If you can't handle me my worst, obey your thirst.
Yeah, that's the Marilyn Manson girl. Or, no, wait, we already did that. Marilyn,
That's the Germa quote.
The-
I just stole that from Germa.
the Marilyn Man. Oh, okay.
And it's like I've been watching enough of his streams that when he's tried to say it again, he's like, "No, say something different than obey your thirst."
Time and
You already used that one. All right. Well, anyway, also some exploding barrels around here, which I probably should be using, but I'm not. Well, that's. Oh
Okay.
boy.
I've got a. I gave you sent you something in the chat.
Yeah, I saw.
Okay.
okay, here.
No, we're fine. We're doing fine.
Okay. Yeah.
There might have been like one time the audio kind of cut out for a second, but I fixed it. I figured out how to fix it, by the way.
Okay.
It's super dumb, and I think it probably has to do with the fact that this is kind of a cheap speaker I'm using. Anyway,
So this was the winning run that we're showing right now? Just spoil it. Or, is that?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
I mean, in a cosmic sense, yes.
Oh, okay. So you overcame the demons, and this is the one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the true final boss, along with that wall that I had to run up. Where we talked about Yub-Nub for way too long. Fucking Yub-Nub.
My demons.
You hear the rap version of that was sampled on a recent Neil Cicerega album?
I probably.
Put two all about the Nookie. Did it all for the Nookie, whatever the fuck that song's called.
Yeah. The Limp Bizkit song.
Yes. What? The Beatles cover of it.
Oh.
I was trying to think of a different band, but nothing had come.
No,
up.
that's pretty good. Yeah.
The Tangerine Dream cover.
The Beatles came back together. They reunited. George Harrison and John Lennon came back to life, and they got together to cover Nookie at the Qualcomm Park, which is the replacement for Candlestick Park.
Right, of course.
I believe.
Yeah, well, like, where else would you do it?
Yeah, of course.
To do it at Fred Durst's mansion.
Kind of a rooftop concert, except they just played Nookie.
Only played Nookie. On repeat. Several different versions. One was like a jazz cover, which I really enjoyed.
Is Nookie? Is that the song where you can do all the lyrics? It's all about that he said, she said. Is that the same one, or is that a different one?
I mean, no. Air Raid Vehicle was the one that I could do all the lyrics for.
Oh, okay. I mean, let's.
Now y'all be loving this shit right here. LIMP Biscuit is right here. People know how to put their hands in the air because if you don't care, then we don't care because I ain't giving a fuck. Quit pressing your luck, unstoppable, grinding unfuckable. Keep you in this cage until you run that mouth, and I'm about to plague and break the fuck out.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like I can keep going.
Honestly, that is a better rap than Nookie, which is very what you see is what you get with that song.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's because they didn't do that one.
How much? And there we go.
They didn't do that one because the Beatles are just not as good at rapping as Fred Durst, and they didn't do the one.
I don't know. You ever hear Ringo Starr go with it?
Ringo had some good Broadway numbers. Like his solo career is actually pretty decent, but he's not a rapper.
I haven't heard too much of it, to be honest.
Sentimental Journey is a pretty good album.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, needless to say, it's like, of course, I was. Like, take a guess who I listened to. You know it.
What you're talking about, the butt rock,
Was I listening to fucking McCartney 2? Of course I was.
We've got another machine coming.
Temporary Secretary is my jam, dude.
Yeah, the thing is, yeah, Paul McCartney.
Yo, the weirder shit was actually pretty cool. What you know.
Paul McCartney, everything he did is good. I mean, he's such a brilliant like musician and composer. And
Also, he did so much just weird, dumb bullshit that was a lot of fun.
he's really good at like putting together like earworm type songs, like just that get stuck.
He is?
Yeah. So.
The man created the man unleashed the evil on humanity is simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite examples. But like even like his collaborations with Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder, like Say, and Ebony and Ivory, like those are really, really catchy songs. Like say what you will, the man can hold a tune.
God, he can. But yeah, that is I mean, well, you should also know this, like, based on the fact that how much have I talked about fucking Billy Joel in each one, you know, like over the course of having this channel.
Yeah. You're
I like me some pop artists. I like me some pop piano guys.
your taste in music is best described as
Erratic and nonsensical.
it's best described as retail.
Yeah, exactly.
You like songs that you can,
I do though.
you like songs that you can listen to 1,000 times without
I
getting
also
sick
like a
of.
bunch of weird other fucking shit.
Oh yeah, no.
Like I was shouting out the Hotline Miami soundtrack.
Yeah, no. I mean, just like the songs that you really like are like, oh yeah, that's what I listen to.
Oh man, what can I say? I got some real basic bitch tastes. Fine, there.
Well, you did go through.
I've also got some real not basic bitch tastes. I've got
Yeah.
some, it's all over the place.
Yeah, you have gone out and become musically inclined or whatever.
No, I've just become a weirdo.
Yeah, true. Eccentric. Yeah.
By the time I've got
Anyway.
left, I can do this.
Continuing on. This thing is still. We got 4 minutes left to do this. I was like, man, am I actually gonna make it or not? Because I realized, I remembered that it's like, oh right, you can just shoot the guns on the side. That's what I was doing back like in one of the earlier fights too.
Yeah.
It is like really the easier thing to do than try and actually hit the heat sinks, even though that does more damage, of course. Thankfully, they also give you just a ton of materials around here to be able to build as many things as possible with.
Out of curiosity, do you ever feel like the ammo thing is at all a problem, or is it just kind of an annoyance?
Only when I destroyed like all of my wires to try and make room for rarer materials,
Yeah.
which did happen back in the was a Maker's End area.
Well, fittingly, it's the Maker's End. Yeah, you destroyed all your crafting materials.
Indeed.
But
Well, to be fair, that was rarer stuff.
I feel like
Come on, that means good.
I do feel like that is one of those things where people watching that game,
It's a lot easier.
if somebody who really liked this game saw that, they're probably like, oh, okay, I'm done with this series.
I said that at the time too,
Yeah.
even where I'm just like, oh, time to really make anybody like this game really bad.
Yeah.
Because I was not paying attention at all. Anyway, let's take that guy down.
Mhm.
How can you kill a god?
Oh, you just break the screen.
Well, no, it's not just breaking the screen. You're supposed to shove the big thing in it too.
Oh, okay, yeah. Stick it in its ass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thanks. You ruined this scene.
The intertextuality of Limp Bizkit.
This is my treatise on that.
My prolegomena.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
I mean, as we've seen before with Ted Farrell, it is that easy.
I ironically, Deathbringer had death brought to it.
And the irony is not only palpable, but also palatable. It tastes very good.
Uh-huh.
Well, anyway, I like the big, like, healing blue dome that was shot out of that. Because, once again, there's some things in this game that are just kind of like weird magic stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You're supposed to Arthur C. Clarke it away.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, Aaron. We got so close over the course of this.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Yo, I only remember Aaron's name because I kept making that reference to the dub of Attack on Titan. Which, again, was another stupid Germa joke. Why do I keep stealing from that guy? It's because I'm so jealous of him.
Yeah.
So much better than I am.
This is a weird kind of scene where you just like everybody's celebrating in this like random area.
By the way, what happened to Sona? Because I do remember Sona's name because I remember the League of Legends character.
Well, you didn't do the side quest, so she died.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think you're. This is
Okay, Gaia.
your
Sorry
game
about that.
got, you
Where
know.
was I?
You were telling us.
Yeah, no, I had to load an old save
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
for the thing.
like I
Did
was
your
saying,
controller get attached
it was
again?
a children's
Oh
electronics
my
kit that I hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass
Sorry.
caught fire.
No, that doesn't happen here.
So
Okay.
A tall pine that had stood there, I don't know,
Definitely
maybe
not.
100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time. Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit. Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Oh, what the fuck? What is this even?
What the Hades?
kidding. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that's just a thing you can do.
Hello, old friend. Remember me?
Well, I guess we'll have to figure out a little bit more about what the hell is.
to discuss.
Like, you can just do that, eh?
But you never revealed.
You know what, Silence? Whatever.
Your master
Just,
is for
just
example,
don't let him
the ones who
out.
said the signal
Like,
that
it's
woke you.
fine.
Knowledge
As long as you keep him in
has
there.
its
Yeah.
rewards, don't you think?
Even though you're clearly going to be the villain for the next.
You really need to tell me what your rating is out of 10 here.
Oh yeah, I never actually did that. I guess considering everything, I give it, I don't know,